You don't have to eat healthy to lose weight. Yo, so I'm back with another video for you, and this week I'm speaking about BeardMeatsFood. BeardMeatsFood, other known as Adam. Okay, if you don't know who he is a professional eater from the UK.
The words I'm actually saying there are, let's get it.
He's probably the most entertaining professional eater that there is. He eats massive amount of foods, but he stays shredded, as in the thumbnail. How does he do it? I'm going to explain how he actually does it. So I've watched a lot of his videos, often when I'm on prep, because obviously you can't eat that food and you find some sort of satisfaction when watching other people eat the food.
Oh God, it's so good.
But he eats massive amounts, like ridiculous amounts. I don't even know how that amount of food actually fits in his stomach.
You'll be on the toilet in 20 minutes, mate. How it works, mate, tell you the truth. That's really a yes or no type of question.
I have no doubt. Did you?
You had no doubt? Do you have a dessert menu?
Oh my God.
But unlike a lot of the professional eaters from America, just for say, he actually stays lean and shredded pretty much all year round. So how does he actually do that? Okay, there is a very big misconception that you have to eat healthy to lose weight. I've dabbled in it in some of my other videos, but essentially, you don't have to eat healthy to lose weight.
You didn't have to cut me off.
What does that mean? So you could literally lose weight on McDonald's by eating McDonald's every day. Okay, I wouldn't suggest doing that because it's not the most efficient way of losing weight. However, I did do a video on the guy who ate Big Mac, only Big Macs, for 50 years straight, and even he was slim. Okay, he wasn't fat at all. Just for example, if I was to go down to my local Mackey's and I got a Big Mac meal, fries, nuggets, milkshake, right? So loads of food. I probably could eat that in one sitting. A couple of burgers, a couple of fries, and some chicken nuggets and a milkshake, probably going to amount to around 2,500 calories, let's just say. Now, 2,500 calories might be my entire daily intake to maintain my weight. So I could still lose weight if I just maybe dropped out a few of the fries, so it was 100 less. I could still lose weight just by eating McDonald's. If I ate 2,000 calories of McDonald's and I was burning 2,500 calories, you are still going to lose the weight. It's just the equation, okay?
Okay.
What a lot of people will do is say they was using that method, which is not recommended. You can lose that weight by doing that method, but it's not recommended because you won't feel full for as long. You'll digest that food and then you'll be hungry again because it's high calories. What we often do as people who are interested in the gym or trying to lose a bit of weight, after a big binge, say it's the weekend, the football's on, family gets a big Chinese meal in, and you end up binge eating, you end up jumping on the scales pretty much straight away afterwards and horrified to find out that you just put on 2 kg of fat, which is what you're going to be thinking it is because it's bad food, obviously.
Please!
Now, some of that is obviously going to be fat, probably. You're going to be storing it because you're eating in the surplus, etc., etc. But it's not all going to be fat, okay? What you're not taking into consideration is all of that food, if you was to get, I don't know, 3 meals from the Chinese in them little silver tubs, and you've eaten them all, if you put that into a bag or something, or you put that into your stomach and you felt the weight of that actual food, that weight is going to be somewhat heavy. Do you know what I mean? It's going to take the body time to digest and to clear that food out. Also, especially with something like a Chinese where it's super high sodium, i.e. salt, you're going to be holding on to a lot of water. So a lot of that weight is going to be the water that the salt is holding on to. Okay, so it's not all going to be fat. If you then worked hard and got back onto your routine after binging, because having a binge isn't all bad. Like you've got to have balance there, okay, to stay consistent. Unless you're obviously on prep and you're actually being a bodybuilder, then you don't want to be doing. So yeah, if you was to just go back to your normal routine after that binge and get back active, eat your good foods again, low calorie foods, In the next couple of days, that weight will then drop back down. You'll then lose that water weight, etc., etc., and you'll get the true weight of what that may have actually done. But back to Beard Meats Food, because he isn't just eating a Chinese meal, 4 dishes, or a couple of burgers from McDonald's. He is eating 10,000 calories in a sitting. I've seen him in a day do 10,000 calories, okay? So how is he doing it? Well, the number one thing is he's not doing it every single day, okay? You imagine on his off days, if he was posting videos about what he was doing on his off days, it'd be boring because he's not eating that. He's barely even eating. I've seen a video that he made explaining exactly how he doesn't get fat. And essentially, after a stupid amount of calories, so say he's done like a couple of challenges in one day or something, then the next day he pretty much won't even eat. He'll just be on the sofa, not in a good state, basically.
I'm gonna keep my black ass in this house. Fuck today.
Won't be able to eat. And then when he does eventually eat, he has like non-fat yogurt. He just loves loads of yogurt, I remember him saying. So that's not very calorific at all. So what he actually does is he will work out his calories, what he needs, because he's also into the gym. He still works out. He'll work out the calorie what he needs over a week span. So say, I think it was 3,000 calories. He actually consumes.
Have you ever had a dream that
He needs on a daily basis, which is his maintenance, 3,000 calorie maintenance. So he'll times that by 7, so 21,000 calories in a week. So say he does the challenge on the Monday and he does 10,000 calories. He then has 11,000 calories to spread out for the rest of the week to make sure he doesn't then get fat. Okay, that's all he does. That's the simple equation he does. He doesn't have to work it out by a week-to-week basis. It's the consistency of that. Okay, so by the week-to-week basis, if he works it out, 10,000 calories I've eaten there roughly, so I'm going to eat 11,000 calories for the rest of the week, then he's not going to be putting on that excess weight. The number one thing when people are trying to calculate this and they're trying to lose a bit of weight, okay, is the weekend. So many people will do a working week as a good week, and then the weekend, it's like, yeah, then I enjoy myself at the weekend, and basically reset themselves, which is fine if you're happy doing that. But if you are struggling to get that weight off, or you're struggling and you just don't understand why, what it probably is, you're getting to the weekend and then you're consuming far more calories than you are during the week.
You really want to burn some calories and make a difference? Do you?
Which again, I said, is fine to have them binges, but not every single weekend. Okay, you don't need to do it every single weekend where you're just going flat out. 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, beers with the boys, Chinese, pizza, etc., etc.
Oh no, it's good. It's good.
You don't need to do that every single weekend. You could limit it just to one day, however you want to limit it. But what you're probably doing is eating 2,500 a day, probably for Monday to Friday, and then Friday comes around and you're drinking beer. You don't realise how many calories you're just drinking down, empty calories. They're not giving you any benefit at all. You're not getting protein or good carbs or anything from them. And then, yeah, you're just resetting. So that's why you're then stuck in that surplus, even though from Monday to Friday you're thinking, oh, well, come on, I'm in a calorie deficit, etc., etc. So I can almost guarantee, because this is Beard's actual job, he probably doesn't get to the weekend and sink loads of additional calories, because during the week he's already done them challenges and he's already binged on them calories. So he's probably not getting to the weekend and doing that, especially if he's reducing them thousands of calories throughout his week, what he's worked out. Okay, and that's how he is staying shredded all year round, mind, whilst consuming some absolutely mental calories. If you haven't seen him, honestly, I'll recommend going and watch him. He's very entertaining. The amount of food that this guy can put away, especially because he's lean, when he goes over to places like America and he does overseas trips and he orders his food and he says, yeah, I'm going to do the challenge, the waiters bring it out. No one ever has faith in this guy. They all say, nah. They even bet him. Some people even bet, nah, I bet you ain't going to do this. So if you haven't seen him, go watch it. Please subscribe, like, comment down below. Until next time, make some gains. Boom.